Hey, welcome to a new stream of Horizon Forbidden West. Now then, this I found this earlier today. I've been playing Horizon Zero West a lot this year. The video is going to be about access to the Zenith Island, the far Zenith base. I saw some videos a few weeks or maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, where somebody accessed the island after you've done the Singularity mission. And they did it by flying on a mount, jumping off the mount into the water and then calling the mount again. Anyway, I was flying around that area earlier, and just by total accident, I was heading towards the Zenith Island and I flew straight onto it. And I thought, is the game bugged? So I quit the game, loaded the last save and tried it again. And it worked the same way. Where am I going? I know what I'm doing. Just give me a minute here. So I'm going to go through this and show you what I've found. It's quite interesting. I don't know if anybody else has documented or reported this, but it's quite exceptional. So let's have a look at the map. We're now in our base, or outside our base, and we're going to be traveling not to this campfire, but to this campfire. There's the Zenith Island there. You can see I've explored it all. So we're going to go to this campfire, confirm that. Right, just let me check the stream. Stream looks like it's really going well, so we'll leave that as it is. Right, so we're now here. We're now here on the map, right? What I found was weird, but it's worth noting. So, is there any monsters here? Or machines, should I say? In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to make a save point here. You can see I'm all ready to go to the burning shores, but I've spent that much time exploring and playing around. I just haven't bothered to go to the burning shores. So let's get onto this path here. This is a path that leads from the beach area. You can see this path, and we're going to be heading south. We'll be going directly south down here, and we'll be heading more or less straight south. Now, as you can see, we're not getting any warnings yet for being off the map, and we're going off the map. So here we go. We're going to carry on going south until we hit a beach area. There's no machines or anything else that's going to bother us here. But here's the beach. So let's kite down. I must tell you, I've already done pretty much all of the missions in Forbidden West, the main story. I can't think of anything I've missed out or anything I've got to do. So I've got good weapons. I've got all the weapons I want and the ones I use. Now this beach here, it's in the middle of nowhere. Look where we are. Absolutely unbelievable. This is an area of the map where you wouldn't know if you never came here. So what I found is this stretch of beach, and it goes on for quite a while. You can see just how much I'm getting here. There's loads and loads of crabs, lobsters, birds, you name it. They're all over the place, and they just carry on spawning. I spent about 20 minutes, half an hour running up and down this beach, killing stuff and looting it, and I got absolutely loads. Feathers and meat and lobster and crab shells, loads and loads of it. And I could have carried on, just going from one end to the other. It just keeps on spawning. It's really strange because it's not on the map, but it allows you to wander around here and just loot everything. Anyway, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be running up this beach. Before you take off, and this point here that sticks out, that's where we're going to be calling our flying mount. Now, you do need a flying mount for this. You can actually swim to the island. There's level 76. Wow. You can actually swim to the island, but there's no way getting up the cliffs. You're stuck for getting up the cliffs. So this is where I'm going to come. I'm going to come here to this point here that just sticks out. You can't see it on the map because it doesn't exist, but look where we are. That's how far we are away from Zenith Island, and it's not even on the map. And if we travelled down that way, that way, if we travelled down there, we would eventually get to a point where it says turn around or your last save game will be reloaded. But here, it's unreal. You can just, there's all kinds of stuff just keeps spawning. So if I know of a mission in Zero Dawn. What was it called? It's the one where you go and hunt for boars. And all kinds of animals start spawning. And while that mission is active, you can just collect loads and loads and loads. But this beach is unbelievable. Just for animals. Anyway, on with the show. We are going to call our flying mount, and we're playing on PC. We don't do any console, PlayStation, funny business. It's all on PC. So if you're wondering where the X's and squares and circle and triangles are, there aren't any, because it's PC, not PlayStation. So call our mount, which is going to pick us up. Thank you. And we're going to fly straight to this island here. We're just going to fly straight there. Now, once we are over this gap, we can turn towards the island and just fly straight into it. There we go. Now we can land and knock ourselves out with running around and exploring. You can fly around a bit, get some exercise and some fresh air. He'll be there for a while until I recall him. But yeah, you've got free run of this place. You can go wherever you like. You can get to places that it didn't allow you to go to during the Singularity mission. Got to say though, I mean, pretty much near the middle of the island now. Absolutely everywhere around the island is the invisible barrier that you can't get through. And I'm going to show you, but that small corridor, that narrow corridor that we just came through, that is basically the only way to get in and out of the island. Because if you try flying, if I was to fly straight north now, the wall would stop me. Or if I went west or northwest, it would stop me. In fact, let me do a proof of concept here. So I did this earlier, so I'm not guessing, it's previous experience. Looks like Fylingdale's early warning radar system. Right, so we're going west, and this is where we're going. Let's go northwest a bit. As you can see, there's the where we took on Zenith Prime or Spectre Prime. So yeah, we think we're gonna fly to the main island again, to the main map again, and soon enough it's gonna tell us that we've got to turn around. In fact, I'm wondering where it is. There it is. You are leaving the play area and should turn back. Now, that's not just in certain places, that's all the way around the island, apart from that small corridor. You know, if we try flying north. Yep, you're leaving the play area and should turn back. Brilliant. So, yeah. That's basically it. The invisible barrier still exists, but that narrow corridor on the east side of the island is how I discovered you can fly straight onto it. I don't know if it's a bug or a error in the game. I'd like somebody else to try their version, maybe on a PlayStation, and see if it's the same as what it is on the PC. I don't know. This is purely by flying around, and like I said earlier, it was completely by accident that I found this, and I wondered where the wall was, and there wasn't one. And I kept on flying, and I thought, surely it's not going to let me get access to the island. And it did. Now the question is, can you do this before you do the Singularity mission? That would be cool, but that's where we came in, and took on the Spectre Prime. But yeah, this whole island is, there's nothing here except a few boars. I haven't seen any birds. There's flora, you know, there's your medicinal berries and other things that you can collect, but no crates. In fact, there might be one. I think I missed one during the mission. Where are we? Oh yeah, one other cool thing. Let me just show you while I'm here. Well, it's not cool, it's weird, but I'll show you anyway. Sit yourself down there. You go into one of these, and they're all the same. And you think, oh, there's a black. Hey? Hey? What's going on here? There's like a black wall that you can just walk through. It's not solid. Now, there is a wall outside that you can't walk through. A few rocks and gaps and nothing at all to see in here. But these are all the same. They've all got backs to them that you can walk through. So there's another one there, that's the same. And there's another one here, that's exactly the same. Where am I looking? Oh, right. Just bear with me. Yeah, that's opened. So what I did I looted that earlier today. That was the crate that I forgot, or I didn't see during the mission. And while exploring, it reloaded my last game because I went too far out of bounds. So I just wanted to check that. What the hell are you on? Seriously. I just wanted to check that I hadn't missed that one out. So yeah, the whole island is either restricted by the edge of the map that you can see, or there's an invisible wall that you can't get through. And the small corridor that you can get through is the only way I've found in or out. You know, I've flown around the whole island. That's why it's all clear on the map. I've flown around the whole island, seeing if there's any more gaps in the invisible wall, and it's just this area here, where that middle island is, or that middle rock. That, in fact, if you put that marker there, that's where you can get through onto the island, and everywhere else has got an invisible wall covering it. So this is where you came in, where you had to fight all the machines and spectres. So yeah. So what I do is, if you fly here, and once you pass the island, once you pass that rock, you can fly towards the beach. So there you have it. That's how I discovered how to get to the island and back without having to swim and jump in the water. I know there's one video. Let me remove that flag. There's one video that tells you to go to this area here. Swim to that area or fly and jump in the water to this beach here. When you hit the barrier, you jump off and you swim right up to the barrier and then call your mount. And I tried that, however long ago it was, I tried that and it worked. But yeah, it's just another way of getting on the island. And you look on the map and you're in the middle of nowhere. You know, you really are in the middle of nowhere. Hang on, just let me pick me up. So I'm gonna fly down this area. I am eventually going to get to a point where it says turn around. But it's just around this this rock here. So if I, yeah, see, there it is. You're leaving the play area and should turn back. If you continue, your last save game will be reloaded. Now you can't go very far before it does that. But as you can see, there's plants and all kinds of stuff to pick up. And again, you're in the middle of nowhere. You know, you're so far off the known map. Now there's this here. I don't know what this is. I can't get to it. I just can't get to it. But it's really strange. Really strange. You know, maybe that's destined for another update. I don't know. Maybe that's something in the pipeline, but it's weird. See, there's Zenith Island, and this place, much bigger than Zenith Island, and I really, excuse me, I really don't know what it is. But yeah, you know, you can. There's still animals around here. Peccary. It's funny, you don't see any birds except the ones on the beach. So, you know, you can carry on killing them to your heart's content. But that's it. That is basically all I wanted to show you. And if we put a flag there, fly to it, that was me pressing the wrong buttons. What the hell? I'm leaving the wrong area and should turn back. Hey, this is new. I was able to fly there earlier. I better settle down and see if I can walk there. Where is it? 300, 400 meters. Right, okay. Well, we know we can walk there because that's the way we came. Hang on a minute. I need to find a spot where I can get up here. This looks good. You just got to carry on jumping until you find a spot where it'll let you jump up. Like that. Cool. So I shouldn't have any problems walking back, but yeah, it's a little bit weird. In fact, it's very weird. So I must have earlier when there it is. Earlier when I flew back there must be another um, narrow corridor where you can fly through. I'll have to try and find that again. But we're now back. Well, we will be sure enough. We're now back to where we can climb up to the campfire. Come on, Aloy. One of the things that I find really frustrating in Forbidden West is if you walk past a rock that you can climb on, it automatically jumps on the rock. Especially when you're brushing around the edges of rocks to hide yourself when you're getting attacked. And instead of being able to crouch down and maneuver, you jump on the rock. Losing you a second or two, but every second is vital when you're in a battle situation. Right, so we'll save the game here and call it a do. That's it. If you look on the map, we're back where we started, and that's how we found out how to get on the island. Really weird, but there you go. Anyway, that's going to be it for the stream. I'm going to continue playing now and allow you good people to get on with the rest of your day. So, adios, goodbye for now, until next time, take care of yourselves.